This is the Pont du Gard, a 2,000-year-old aqueduct near Nîmes in France, which has become one of this country's most popular attractions. A critical priority for any city is a constant supply of fresh water. And the covered trough at the top of the Pont du Gard was once part of a 30-mile-long aqueduct that brought water to Nîmes from high up in the mountains. The key to aqueduct design is gravity. Once the engineers located a source of water in the mountains, they built their aqueduct with a gentle downward slope to ensure that the water would flow along its entire length. The aqueduct rested on a series of arches which were supported above the varying terrain on massive stone piers. But when the aqueduct had to cross a river or a ravine and it became either impossible or impractical to build those stone piers, the engineers instead built larger arches. And if necessary, they built several larger arches, such as we see here at the Pont du Gard. An arch is composed of separate wedge-shaped blocks that are cut and fitted together in a curve. The blocks are held in place by a wooden frame until they are locked together at the top with a keystone. The weight of the arch at the top presses down and pushes the sides outward. But when you support these sides, the outward forces are counteracted. Now the wooden centering can be removed because the entire structure is stable. And with this design, the Romans could span almost any terrain. The Romans didn't invent the arch, but once they understood its potential, they used it again and again to span both interior and exterior space and to carry water literally hundreds of miles if that's what was needed. When water from an aqueduct reached the city, it first went to a large holding tank or reservoir, like this one at Pompeii. Now the water entered the tank from this side. It flowed across the floor through these three channels and out through these three passages. This one led to the homes of the rich, that one to the baths and public lavatories, and this one to the public fountains. Now, if there was a shortage of water, the passage to the homes of the rich would be shut off first, then the passage to the baths and public lavatories. This ensured that the public fountains, which served the majority of the city's residents, would be the last to run dry.